Today we're gonna make traditional Greek style grilled octopus. To get started on making grilled octopus, which so many people think it's a complicated process, but it really is not. So we're gonna get started with this giant octopus that I have here. So this is a Portuguese octopus that is about 3.5 pounds. Look at this sucker. So pretty. To me, it's so pretty. I know some people either love it or hate it. And I will say that only one time when I was swimming in Greece, one of these giant, beautiful creatures was swimming next to me. Here's his head. So we're gonna get started with cutting this first. So we have here our legs, or tentacles, we're gonna leave right here. Here's the head of the octopus. So we're gonna cut this off. A lot of different ways of cooking grilled octopus. Some people will just boil it, which is like what we're gonna do first. We're gonna tenderize it by cooking it in a pot. And some people eat it just like that because it's tender. Other people will tenderize this by slamming it on the ground. You'll see when they cook, catch them right out of the water in Greece, and they'll throw them right on the charcoal, which is just the grilling process. I like to do both. At our restaurant, that's what we used to do. We would cook it first to tenderize it and then char grill it. So we have our head here, put that right there. And then here are our tentacles. I'm gonna spread this out because here's the mouth, we gotta cut that out. So we're gonna cut around each leg. There we go. So we have one tentacle. So we cut each one off, and if you were making this at a restaurant, which we used to make at our restaurant at EOS, one leg, one tentacle would be one order. So we're gonna put that right here. And you'll see when we cook this how much it shrinks up. And so here is the mouth of the octopus that we're gonna cut off. So we're discarding that. And here are our cut up octopus. We're gonna go to the stove and we're gonna get ready to cook this with our bay leaves, peppercorns, and cloves. So I have a small pot here. We're gonna put this on low heat. I'm gonna throw our cut up octopus into the pot. And this octopus has lots of liquid in the octopus itself. So you're gonna see when we're cooking this, it's gonna release the juices, and then it's gonna actually absorb the juices back and tenderize the entire octopus. So you're gonna see that this is gonna shrink up a ton. And also when we're cooking this, you'll see in this recipe that we're not gonna add salt because octopus is already in salt water and they tend to absorb the salt. So we don't really need to add salt to any of these dishes. So we're gonna put our 3 bay leaves. We're gonna do about 3 whole cloves and about a teaspoon of whole peppercorns. We're gonna throw that in. So we're gonna let this cook on low heat covered for about an hour, and then we're going to add some white vinegar to this and let it cook for another 30 minutes till it's nice and tender. So I'm gonna cover this and we'll see you guys back in about an hour. So it's been about an hour. We're gonna check on our octopus. Look at that. Look at all the juice that has been released from the octopus, and you can see it shrinking. And so we're gonna add now to this a 1/4 cup of white vinegar. And just add that right to the pot. I'm gonna cover it again and we're gonna put it back on low heat. Cook this for about another 40 minutes. We want all the juice to be absorbed back into the octopus. So I'm just gonna move this around in here. And it's getting nice and tender. Cover that. So we've cooked this for now another 40 minutes, and we just need this to be nice and fork tender. So we do still see a lot of liquid, which is perfectly fine. We just need to make sure that in the fat part of the octopus, that our fork can go easily through the octopus, which means it's ready. So our next step here is we're gonna take our tongs and we're gonna take out the octopus legs, and we're gonna put them right here on the wire rack so that this can cool. And then the next step is we're gonna char grill it. We're gonna char our octopus on high heat on either side to get the nice char marks. Now that we've charred grilled our octopus, which I find so amazing that that giant octopus in the beginning is now cooked down to this. So we're gonna take our legs and we're gonna cut them on an angle. Oh, that looks so tender and delicious. So we're gonna cut these up. So now that we've cut up our octopus, we're going to do a olive oil and balsamic mixture here. You can use balsamic vinegar or balsamic reduction. And I don't add salt to this just because the octopus is already pretty salty. So you don't really need to add more, but you could always taste it. And if you want to, you can add that for taste. So I'm just gonna whisk this together. And then for plating, I like to do some kind of green on the bottom. You can use frisee, you could use mixed greens. Here I have some arugula. You're gonna put just some down on the plate because this is so delicious. You can even eat the bottom of the greens here. So we're gonna put our octopus down. Look at this beautiful platter. Put this on top of our greens. I'm gonna drizzle our olive oil and balsamic on top. And then for a little bit of salt, I like to add capers. So we're gonna add some capers to this. And this dish is ready. For the full recipe, visit nikkigleckis.com and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.